Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We want to be taking a look at the Jasmy price up one more time. Of course, we have had news, rumors about the ETF that have come and gone. And to be honest with you, no reaction whatsoever from the market. But I think that we are going to be expecting something from Jasmy, whatever the case happens with the ETFs. I mean, there are a few reasons why the whole thing really didn't move the price. I mean, one of the reasons is that the ETFs are going to start trading as late as something like July. So people are like, you know, maybe, you know, the price isn't going to move just yet. And another big reason also was that, to be honest with you, until the last 2 days, this whole thing hadn't gained any sort of traction or something like that. Right? So the dynamics towards the ETF was a little bit different from what we have had in the past, obviously. But still, I mean, our issue here is with Jasmy, and I'm going to be showing you exactly what Jasmy is doing here. I feel like probably this weekend we're going to have extreme price action here for Jasmy, and I'm just going to show you exactly what we get right there. But before we do that, I want to kindly ask you, help me spread this video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for Jasmy content will now be able to find this video much more easily. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, I want to encourage you to do so, really, because I do TA on Jasmy and a number of altcoins on a regular basis. And without further running my mouth too much, let's quickly zoom in and see what is happening here. So you see that there is a lot of traffic that is happening right here, because obviously we have been saying this, that look, from the very top of that range that we are with Jasmy to the very bottom here, this is the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, and really it has been rejecting the price set for a very long time. But we are looking at the underlying indicators here, and we are now beginning to see that, look, they are getting weaker and weaker, I mean, in terms of bearish price action. And let me quickly show you exactly what we are anticipating right there. So you see that I've drawn a line here with the RSI, indicating that should we get above something like 60-62 here on the RSI, that is the moment that is confirming that you know what, Jasmy is ready to test the top of the range one more time. Like I usually say that if you are in a range like this is usually called the dumb money zone, because I mean, there is just no clear direction whatsoever, and taking any sort of action here is a little bit not so good of an idea, right? So basically here with Jasmy, I think I've spent some time, obviously maybe 2.5 years at this point, or maybe 3, looking at the Jasmy price, and I've seen that you know what, when we have actually lived these all things together, right? When we have got this sort of price action here on the RSI, you know, and the price is kind of ranging or something like that, whenever it breaks out of that range, right, whether it's to the downside and in this case obviously we're looking at the upside, right, but we also had some kind of price action like that back then in something like June 2023, when we were just ranging like this. But eventually when we broke out of this range, that this is when we started this bull market right there. Right here we were just, you know, trying to support the price right there. Eventually when we just broke out of this whole thing, this is when the whole thing was collapsing to the downside there for Jasmy. So it's really reactionary to this kind of price action here on the RSI. We will see obviously what happens, but I think that eventually we are gonna break this whole thing. I'm expecting this weekend. If it doesn't happen this weekend, maybe early next week, we are going to be seeing something happening here for Jasmy. But it has held up pretty well right there, and I think it's time for Jasmy to test the top of the range one more time. That is actually something like 2.4 cents that I'm going to be targeting here for Jasmy. Obviously in the Patreon we are in a trade with Jasmy, and we are expecting fantastic things obviously from there to happen. If you want this trade alerts with exact you know, take profits, stop losses, leverage, and even one-on-one market guidance, here we are providing that here on the Patreon, so feel free to check that out. But here we have got a fantastic structure here for the long term as well for Jasmy. I think I've gone on to show you the Velo price action that we have been comparing this whole thing to, and saying that Jasmy is looking like actually it's in safe hands. I mean, take a look at this down below here. We've got Velo, and I mean up there this is Jasmy, and you can see the same kind of price action that we were seeing here with Velo is exactly the same thing that Jasmy is repeating. Obviously these are different things altogether, but what we are trying to understand here is that the market participants actually behaving the same way towards this kind of assets, right? So very different time frames obviously, or very different market participants, but the psychology behind this whole thing is pretty much the same thing. I mean, take a look at this top right there with Velo. We were also seeing the same thing here, sorry, this was Jasmy on top again, and then we are seeing pretty much the same kind of price action here. And then I mean, if you look back, I mean, towards the beginning of the structure, we have pretty much the same thing right there. Even the crashing structure back to set your bottom right there, you have one more push here, then you go sideways, kind of, I mean, just you know, basically trying to outpatient everybody, right? This is something that we are seeing with Jasmy. And then once you start going up, you head into your range. This is exactly where Jasmy is. So I expect that range to be broken like very soon. I think yeah, it's time almost for that to happen. And then from there, we are really looking at the 1.618 Fibonacci extension level here, because that was also the same price target for the Velo price set, and that is taking Jasmy to something like 50 cents. Mind you, this is just only one of our price targets as we continue on the road to $1.20, because we have the ultimate bullish structure there, which was being inspired by the structure that was being exhibited by Ethereum back then in something like 2017. So we will see what happens right there, but I think I'm pretty much comfortable for this bull cycle to be having Jasmy picking around something like 50 cents right there. From where the price is sitting, that will be, I mean, a huge feat in my humble opinion. I mean, let's just go ahead and try to measure that right there. You can see around 50 cents will be right around something like that's what, 25%, 25x, sorry, I'm saying 25x. So I think it's a good one, but we'll obviously have to see what really happens right there, right? Obviously, none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, all right? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the very next one. Take really good care of yourselves. Bye.